Hey folks. My name is Gromong and you're on my channel. This video is about the best seinen anime that we have out there. Seinen is not an anime genre. Actually, it is a demographic group that targets young adult men, so it is kind of hard to define if an anime is a seinen or not. Some shows target young adults because they are a satire to popular shonen from when they were younger. Others are seinen because they are about problems that every teen passes through. In this video, although we have these two types of seinen, I'll be focusing on anime that is seinen because they feature adult content somehow, be gore or whatever. If you like seinen anime, I recommend you to watch this video until the end. You certainly will discover a new show that you never saw before. All without further ado, let's go to the video. There's a rumor about a mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. For example, Sakota Azusagawa is a high school student who suddenly sees a bunny girl appear in front of him. The girl is actually a girl named Mai Sakurajima, who is Sakota's upperclassman who is also a famous actress who has gone on hiatus from the entertainment industry. For some reason, the people around Mai cannot see her bunny girl figure. Sakota sets out to solve this mystery, and as he spends time with Mai, he learns her secret feelings. Other heroines who have puberty syndrome start to appear in front of Sakota. Saotama has a rather peculiar hobby, being a superhero, but despite his heroic deeds and superhuman abilities, a shadow looms over his life. He's become much too powerful, to the point that every opponent ends up defeated with a single punch. The lack of challenge has driven him into a state of apathy, as he watches his life pass by having lost all enthusiasm, at least until he's unwillingly thrust in the role of being a mentor to the young and revenge-driven Genos. Made in Abyss aired in the summer season of 2017 and ran for 13 episodes, the last occupying a double-time slot. It's about children who delve into a great chasm called the Abyss in order to find treasures to sell in order for their village to profit. The protagonists embark on a quest to find information about the main girl's mother. The novel series centers on a young girl who fights on the front lines in war. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, and nearly transparent white skin, and she flies through the air and mercilessly strikes down her opponents. Her name is Tanya de Gurchaf, and she speaks with a young girl's lisp and commands the army. Tanya used to be one of Japan's elite office workers, but because of a wrathful god, was reborn as a little girl. Tanya prioritizes optimization and career advancement above all, and she will become the most dangerous entity among the Imperial Army's sorcerers. This anime had always caught my eye and managed to get mentioned quite a lot when I asked for recommendations. Unfortunately, the synopsis of it didn't really impress me, and I disregarded it as another Isekai with a darker and more mature twist. After watching this anime for myself though, I can say that it really delivered when it came to entertainment. It's definitely one for those of you who are looking for more mature action scenes that holds nothing back in terms of graphics. I was pleasantly surprised of the brutality of the action scenes, which made the world Momanga-sama lived in that much more real. It was really easy to see the mental change in Momanga-sama's thinking, as he accepted his role as overlord to protect those he cared about and expand his power. Vinland Saga is a bloody tale of revenge in 11th century England, the brutal age of Vikings. Vinland Saga surprisingly has a brilliant adaptation in spite of being a seinen historical epic, a genre cursed for having an anime adaptation reminiscent of titles like Berserk and Kingdom. You can see the passion and Karyabutta Shohei, and the staff has for this adaptation. From the gorgeous background art to an incredible direction, which studio deserves every bit of appreciation.
とで破ることだけが俺の望みだ。約束だ。嫌とは言わせねえ。アイスランドの戦士トールスの子トルフィンアシュラットに決闘を申し込む。
Zero Kara Hajimuro Isekai Saikatsu starts out with Subaru sent to another world against his own will, but he doesn't seem to care much and sets out his new life in this mysterious world. We can already tell Subaru is someone that is probably a shut-in, and don't care about responsibilities and so forth. More likely, he spends all day in his room playing games or watching videos. This anime will play with your emotions on levels you can't even begin to imagine, but compared to other Isekai or anime in general, our main lead doesn't get everything from power, knowledge, intelligence served in front of him on a silver platter. He has to work for it. The load is realistic in the sense it takes a sane amount of time. In other words, he can't achieve anything heavy like learning a language right then and there. I really appreciate that about Zero. If you like anime in general, not only seinen, we have several anime lists that will pop up on the cards now. justice, and the enforcement of it has changed. In the 22nd century, Japan enforces the civil system, an objective means of determining the threat level of each citizen by examining their mental state for signs of criminal intent, known as their psychopaths. Inspectors uphold the law by subjugating, often with lethal force, anyone harboring the slightest ill will. Alongside them are enforcers, jaded inspectors that have become latent criminals, granted relative freedom in exchange for carrying out the inspector's dirty work. Into this world steps Akane Tsunemori, a young woman with an honest desire to uphold justice. However, as she works alongside veteran enforcer Shinya Kogami, she soon learns that the civil system's judgments are not as perfect as her fellow inspectors assume. With everything she has known turned on its head, Akane wrestles with the question of what justice truly is, and whether it can be upheld through the use of a system that may already be corrupt.
私自身の戦いの
Self-proclaimed mad scientist Okabe Rintaro lives in a small room in Akihabara, where he invents future gadgets with fellow lab members Shina Mayuri, his airheaded childhood friend, and Hashida Itaro, an otaku hacker. The three pass the time by tinkering with their latest creation, a phone microwave that can be controlled through text messages. The lab members soon face a string of mysterious incidents that lead to a game-changing discovery. The phone microwave can send emails to the past and thus alter history. Adapted from the critically acclaimed visual novel by 5PB and Nitra Plus, Steins, Gate takes Okabe to the depths of scientific theory and human despair as he faces the dire consequences of changing the past. The first time I watched Parasite a very long time ago, I was not in the right place for judgment or appreciation. I was still wet behind the ears and didn't understand the full picture of what Parasite is trying to convey to us. To the newbie me, it was a full-on action anime with a war between humans and this sentinel organism from outer space. I did understand it was trying to tell more, but I was unable to put it into words and feel a sense of security in what I am saying. But rewatching once again made me realize Parasite is whole more than meets the eye. It's a story that relies heavily on the philosophical aspect to tell both a deep and complex story. It asks questions that would make your brain hurt under normal circumstances. You know, things like what are humans and what does it mean to be one? Who are the real devils, the parasites, or the humans? When is it right to take another life? What really is right and wrong? These are some of the core questions that are brought up through our journey in Parasite.
協力し合わないと。
あいつは危険だ。始末すべき。
And is all. Thanks for watching.